Here on the drive. Show today brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Jagun Leavitt joining us now on the program. Paulie, get this. The youngest head baseball coach in the state of Utah. Yes, 26 years old. Jagun, good morning. How are we, buddy?
Doing well. How you doing?
I'm good. It was just a couple years ago I was watching you steal bases at Pineview, and then it was just a couple years ago you were out there shagging balls for Fade at Utah Tech, and now here you are coaching your first head coaching gig. Tell me how this went down.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. I heard Cave retired, met with Keat, talked to him, got an interview, and he let me know, hey, we might be doing a second interview. And so had my interview Wednesday, so about a week ago. Thursday, he calls me again, and I was taking a power nap, actually, so I'm like half awake. He goes, hey, Jagun, just want to let you know we appreciate you. You did well in your interview, and I'm thinking like, okay, I need to lock it in. I got a second interview right now. And he goes, yeah, just wanted to ask you, what your hat size is. I'm like,
there you go.
My hat size. He's like, yeah, we need a new hat for a new head coach. And I was like, are you serious? And I was feeling every emotion possible right there. But
that's awesome.
That is great.
So you thought you were just hoping to get a second interview, and you must impress him so much. You just flat out one round, you got her done.
Right. Yeah, it was good.
I love it.
It was awesome.
Covered is not bare at Desert Hills. Some dudes over there.
Yeah, some dudes. I mean, you got Harmon Skeens. Going to Air Force, you got Tolman. He's going to Nichols, and yeah, we got some dudes. We had our first little open field yesterday, meet and greet. So I got to meet the parents and meet these kids, and yeah, we just had a good time. I got to talk to everybody, and it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. It's awesome. Jagun Leavitt in the house, hanging out with us here this morning. Man, this happened pretty fast, right? Kevin Cave decides right before school started, I think right there, the 1st of August, that he was going to go back to law. Took a job back in the world of law. So that not only is he not teaching, not coaching, right? So that opened up this opportunity. Here we are on September the 4th talking with Jagun. So this all happened in, less than a month, basically, from when he actually resigned. There was probably, there's a mandatory period, right, Jagun, they have to leave the job position open for.
So they usually want to do it for about 2 weeks, but everybody's different.
Okay.
But yeah, they left it out for about 3 weeks, and then they started interviewing people, and yeah, they just got rolling. But that's pretty cool.
I had a question for you, Jake, and wondering, I asked this to almost every new coach. We had coaches in football, baseball, all kinds of new coaches throughout the years I've covered sports here. And what kind of stamp do you want to put on the program as the head coach? Like, what is going to be the way Desert Hills plays under Jagun Leavitt? Like, what are fans going to have to expect from your teams?
Right. So, all in all, whether we win or lose, I want every team after, like the opposing team, to think, oh man, I hope we never have to play those guys again. They run the bases hard, they're gritty, and take it for what it's worth. Desert Hills has always been like that. I grew up having to play against them and coach against them. And that's a team that's like, gritty, they get after it. But that's my stamp. I want to introduce some new things. Like when I was in high school, we didn't learn the things that I learned in college from Coach Fate. Right?
Yeah.
And these kids are so dialed and they're so talented already. I want to kind of bring that high level type of play, type of skill set to these guys, so that way we could have a good way of competing.
You've been around some good coaches at Pineview. You've been around, obviously, Coach Fatenauer. You were just at Dixie on staff there with Coach Gibson and then Chandler Nyberg. You've seen a lot of different coaching strategies, even though you're still a young pup in my eyes. You're only 26 years old. It sounds like you're going to take all that, bottle that up. And then what are some new wrinkles, some things that you want to do to make it your own ideas and stuff? Have you thought that far ahead yet?
So I do like to pull all the pieces together, different things. Like, I'm still learning. I mean, I always will. I'm a student of the game. That's the way we're going to evolve. But I do want to run, like, we're going to hit the crap out of the ball. Obviously, we got a short porch right over here. So we will mash. But then, when we do face the Isaac or the Andrew Lyons or the Jake Andreases, we're going to learn how to manufacture too. So we have any chance at winning any ball game we play.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Who's the most excited other than you? Is it mom, dad? Is it somebody else? I mean, what's the text messages been like? Congrats. So you've been getting a lot of that?
Yeah, old teammates. Yeah, I've been getting a lot. It's been pretty cool.
When he says old teammates, that was like a couple years ago.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, a couple of years ago. I mean, I still talk to those boys, but yeah, a lot of them. My mom's fired up. My dad, it was cool. When I got the job, I called my dad. I'm like, hey, you got to change my contact name in your phone to Skip. He's like, Skip? I'm like, yeah, it's the Skipper. It's pretty cool.
What did OC say?
He's like, no way, you got it? I'm like, yeah, I sure did. He's like, dude, proud of you. You could hear the tears a little bit,
Aw.
right?
Yeah.
It was cool, man.
Give me my pitching wedge as he hit another shot. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, you golfer, big golfer.
I know. I see him at the course every once in a while. I see him out at Coral Canyon and chat with him. So, your mom was a coach.
She still coaches
Volleyball,
volleyball.
yes.
Yeah, she's been there at Dixie for probably about almost 20 years.
Wow.
Give or take.
Probably one of the more tenured coaches in the
She
state,
is.
I'd assume.
Yeah, she's a good coach. Her players love her. But yeah, I know. I'm talking. I'm like, any shot you put on the gold and black. She's like, maybe black, but no, she bleeds blue. She bleeds blue.
It's kind of funny how it works, right? Like you're proud to be a Pineview Panther or a Dixie Flyer, Snow Canyon Warrior, Desert Hills Thunder. I mean, Crimson Club, Hurricane. You grow up, that's your team, and then you kind of get out of high school a few years, and you're like, well, yeah, those were great rivalries, but man, gosh, you played at Pineview, you played at Utah Tech, you've coached at Dixie, and now you're going to be coaching in Desert Hills. You kind of just got to take it all in stride. It's not really that big of a deal at the end of the day.
No, it's not. And I love all those guys like Kyler at Pineview and the Walkers. Love those guys. Obviously Chunner, So you can't, it's nothing really personal, but it's more of like, hey, this is where I'm at. I'm where my feet are. This is where I'm going to lock it in and make the best of it.
What would you say to people? I mean, what does it make you feel like when I say youngest coach in the state of Utah? Like that's kind of cool, actually.
Gotta feel good.
It's cool. It is cool. And the way I see it, like I actually hit that hard in my interview. I was like, I know I look young, like,
I am young.
I am young type of deal, but I know the game. Like I've been around it. I love learning it.
So you hit the elephant in the room head on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, that's going to be a big thing. And obviously, I mean, you can't ask that.
You
in
knew that
interviews.
question was coming, so you may as well just talk about
Well,
it,
you
right?
can't even ask it in interviews.
Oh,
Because
you can't?
you can't ask, how old are you and
Oh,
stuff like
gotcha.
that.
Yeah.
And so, I freaking hit it head
If
on.
I would have known how old Paulie was, I would have never brought him on the show with me.
That's fair, right? That's
right.
I love it.
Oh.
Love it.
We never asked Tara that question. We never asked Tara how old
That's
she is.
totally inappropriate for women. I think it's more acceptable
Well,
for
it's
men.
also inappropriate, obviously, at the school district hiring coaches too. So now we know. Right. Just never ask that question.
That's right.
You're better safe than sorry.
Safe than sorry is always the
Absolutely.
best approach.
So what else went well in the interview? That's interesting to me.
I like to connect with the kids too. Like what went well is I told them like, I'm very good. Like we jive well. Kids like to follow me. I don't know if that's just the way I coach or the way my personality is, but kids will grind and they'll get after it.
Yeah.
And so I let them know that, you don't have to worry about it.
You've always been one of my favorite players to broadcast, and I've had a lot of favorite players, so don't take that too personally.
Okay.
But you've always been one of them because of the way you played. And I think people, if they remember how you played or see how you coach, I'm sure it's pretty similar, right? Your coaching's not that much different than how you played the game.
No, it's not. It's
Jagun would have ran through a
fiery.
wall in center field if it would have meant a catch and an out for his team. That's the kind of player he was, for
Right.
those that don't know.
And speaking on the connecting to the kids, I think the biggest thing in coaching now is coaching each kid differently. Like I felt like when I was in high school that we were just kind of coached as a group, like not as much of individual teaching and connecting to each kid. You seem like a coach that's going to be able to connect with the younger generation and guys are going to want to play for you,
Right. No, absolutely. I think that's crucial. Like even when I look at like the best coaches, like Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Football season starting up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a guy that gets to know his players, and that's exactly who I want to be because as you get to know them, they won't. If you tell them they're wrong, they'll listen. But if you're just rude all the time, they'll be like, screw this guy. But I truly want to get to know these kids too. I want to make an impact in their lives.
It's some tough decisions for kids in sports nowadays with the NIL and the portal. They need a good foundation, and it starts at home with the family. I understand that, but I look back at some of my best memories of high school, and there were moments that you had with your teammates and your coaches.
Yeah.
You know, I'll never forget Bob Nelson breaking a clipboard over my helmet when I ran to the wrong route. You know,
that's right.
I didn't do that again.
There's moments for sure.
That wouldn't fly, by the way, nowadays.
No.
Not giving Jacob any ideas.
Writing that down.
No, I mean, look.
But everyone's on the level
clipboard
playing
over
field
helmet,
in
I didn't
sports,
feel a thing. It didn't hurt anything. He was sending a message. Didn't
That's
bother
right.
me one bit.
But it's like the coaching dichotomy. It's like the stars. Like I played with an NFL player in high school, and my coach chewed him out the same as he chewed me out, and that's how I'd want it for everybody. You know,
which is saying something because he was a star and you were a backup.
I was a spot starter. Let's make that clear. You know, spot starter.
I don't even know where to go with that. I don't even know where to follow that up.
Okay.
Jagun Leavitt in the house with us here. Paul, you got any baseball prowess? Any eligibility?
No,
left?
no,
you're not. Okay,
You
Jagun,
can't
you
even hit a
have
ball. Same as a
His
golf
only
ball.
prowess is in the hitting cage of
That's
my house.
right.
Yeah. So we've heard. I haven't seen this firsthand.
We showed you video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much he looks like Bryce Harper.
Yeah, good video editing there. Very good at video editing. Jagun, any questions for us this morning before I let you go?
I mean, who do you guys got tonight?
There you go. He asked the important questions.
Eagles by 10.
Yeah,
Eagles
it should be the
okay.
Eagles.
Gotcha.
34-24. 34-24.
Love it.
Jagun and I get along great considering he's a 49er fan. It's kind of painful, to Paul's point earlier, the division rivalries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big Rams, Niners guy. Cardinals don't bother me. Arizona rocks because we always beat them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Paul got me fired up with that whole Eagles Redskins thing earlier on.
I know. This is carrying on.
It is.
You know what's funny is I'm more about my fantasy team. When it's not my team playing, I don't really care at the wins and losses as much as I want to win my fantasy matchups. Is that ruining sports?
Maybe.
No.
You a
Is it
fantasy
tainting
guy,
it?
Jagun?
Is
I
what?
think
You like
it's
fantasy
increased
football?
it.
We just did Dynasty, 34 rounds, 8 hours a pick.
Wow.
It was a grind, but I want to do it every year. Dude.
Okay.
I love it.
Oh, can I get in that league? That sounds like my kind of league.
Possibly. We definitely we can
Instead
make
of this
some room.
piddly $30 online auto pick crap.
Right.
Boo.
No.
You're on the waivers for that league.
That's right.
They might pick you up if
That's
somebody
right.
drops out or gets injured.
I've been begging somebody to take over the commissioner controls of that league for years, and nobody will do it. Paulie has yet to raise his hand to be
I
the
thought
commissioner.
we were going to get Boston. He's, young.
He can't do fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out.
All right, we got to take a break. Jagun Leavitt, everybody. This segment was fun. Good to see you, buddy. Congrats on becoming the new Desert Hills baseball coach, and I'm sure you're going to get right to work, huh?
Absolutely.
Now, is this just a coaching position? Will you start working in the district at some point in time, or teaching, or is that in the cards, or you're not sure yet?
It's possible. Haven't discussed it yet, but anytime I could be more in the school with the guys, things are good that way.
You know, coaches and teachers don't make anything in the state of Utah, right?
Pretty
You're
much.
doing this because you love the
For
game.
the love of the game.
For the love of the game.
Absolutely.
Jagun Leavitt, for the love of the game. All right, we got to get to a timeout. We'll be right back, everybody, on the Fan Sports Network.